This might just be the dumbest video I have done on this channel yet. So I actually went the extra mile on it, which I'll explain here in a second. See, my wife heard about these things releasing, and we managed to find this little one out in the wild. I did the math on how many you're supposed to get in total in these based on the serving size here, but either way, one of these wasn't even, but 151 of them, so there's no way we could have gotten all of them in this little bag by itself. But it's the only one that we found for a long time, and I was like, this would be a funny, dumb video, but I started to think it was never going to happen. Then, all of the sudden one day, yeah, we found two more of the big boys right here of the party packs. So, yeah, we're gonna try and pull all 151 Pokémon Kisses today. If you're not aware, that's the whole point of this crossover, is that right there, find all 151. Just a weird thing. It's kind of a neat thing the Pokemon Company did here. I'd say a bit smarter than the Oreo one that they did. However, how are we going to keep track of what we're actually getting here, of all 151? Well, they did produce here on the screen this box right here. That's precisely what the storage box is made for. You actually had to sign up for a thing through the Hershey's website to get this, which I did. But it wasn't something you could just purchase. Rather, it was an extremely limited giveaway, and I was not chosen. I considered trying to buy it in the aftermarket, but the cheapest and the only listing I could find for it was $1,000. So that's not happening. So instead, I made and printed these. This is all 151 Pokemon across 3 sheets of paper here. I did choose to go with the Pokemon Yellow sprites. I think the yellow sprites are nice, so we're doing those. There's page 1. Here is page 2. Then, of course, we have page 3 with just a few left on it. So I told you I went the extra mile for this video. Well, obviously it's a little hard to see these here. So, ta-da! Yeah, I whipped out my old camera that I used to use to film all my videos with. This thing is kind of terrible and overheats all the time, but, camera for top view. It was actually kind of hard to get that top camera position in the first place. Okay, I did the math, and this little guy right here, we should have about 63 of them. And in here, we should have 210. So in total, we have 483 chances to get all 151. Oh, and at some point in the video, we're gonna take a break and go make some soup. Yeah, this was another thing that they did at the same time. I just remember telling my wife, like, no, I am not going to pay a scalper for Hershey's Kisses. Like, we'll either find them at the grocery store or the video's not happening. Like, that is kind of a ridiculous ask, but I guess we'll get started. So yeah, all it is you have almost like a Pokeball design right here on the front, and then, oh, actually it has the Pokemon tag on that. That's kind of neat. But we have Execute. And hopefully I got the sizing right on this. We're about to find out as soon as I figure out where Execute is in the Pokédex. There he is. Oh man, look at that sizing. Oh, I don't got the zoom in on this like 1080p camera, but hopefully that shows pretty well that it is, I did pretty good. And our second one, we already have one of the 3 starters out of the way, so there's Charmander already knocked out. Then we have Zubat. I am wondering exactly where they're pulling these sprites from. Like, surely they're from one of the generations specifically, right? So we have Zubat and Meowth that kind of revealed it. I was just trying to look at, like, the sprite artwork on there. Like, I imagine these are just ripped from one of the dexes, maybe, or I don't know. I considered using more modern sprites for this video, but I was like, nah, it's kind of fun. Like, I like the old sprites a lot, so here's my excuse to do something with them. So, next up, we have the Electrode here, with a little bit of a chocolate stain there. Then we have the Kadabra. It's actually kind of wild. So, normally my microphone is held on by this boom arm that clicks onto a shelf I have over here, and it swings over the desk. But that boom arm is still on that shelf, it's just at the very top of the shelf, and now it's holding that camera. So I had to figure out how I was going to do audio, and it was a whole mess, but I figured it out. So now, at least going forward, so long as it looks okay enough, right? I'll have a way to do a top camera view if we feel it's necessary. Yeah, some of these, the Pokeball thing doesn't look super good. Like, that's pretty bad. We have our Bellsprout. I'm actually shocked at no duplicates so far. There is the Venusaur, of course, the best boy from Gen 1. And next up, we have the Wartortle. Look, I didn't say this video would be crazy entertaining. I'm hoping that the soup break helps mix things up, alright? Now, I will say the goal is if we can get all 151, and then we get all 151 again, that would be wild. Also, that one's like splitting apart. We have the Arbok here, and Psyduck. Where is... I swear I just saw... There he is. I knew he was on this left page. Charizard. Alright, well, there's the most expensive of the kisses, I'm sure. Anything with the Charizard boy. God, Phantasmal Flames. Like, everyone's just calling it Charizard set. Like, yeah, that's literally what their whole goal was. We have the Snorlax, which I think is also within that first page. No? Where's my Snorlax boy? I wish I was one of those people. Oh my god, he's at the end of the Pokédex. I did not even know that. I thought he was earlier on. I was going to say, I'm definitely not one of those people who can just tell you what number the Pokemon are. We have Haunter, which is right here. Oh, we also printed these out on sticker paper, so once this project is done, my wife can actually, like, possibly make things out of these. Once you could just turn them into stickers, but, you know, it makes it easier for her to make stuff out of it if they do have, like, a sticky side, so, you know, it's not a terrible idea. We just happen to have some sticker paper. Oh, our first duplicate, and it's right in a row. Really? The Squirtle back to back. That's kind of wild. Anyways, we have the Vaporeon, so that's one of our 3 evolutions down. Where... Oh, right here towards the bottom of the page. Right where things are going to start getting blurry for you guys. Then we have the Aerodactyl, old fossil boy. The fossils are at the end of the Pokédex, right? Yeah, they're right over here on the last page. And bam. Then we have Wartortle. Hell yeah. Where you at, buddy? Oh, wait, do we already have Wartortle? We already had Wartortle. Okay. See, all we're missing from the Squirtle line is Blastoise. That's interesting. And we're just missing Charmeleon from the Charizard line. We're still on this first small bag, but I feel like we're not doing terrible. You know, looking at the top cam progress, on the main cam, you're not seeing quite as much. We have our Electabuzz, which I actually happen to just now spot, so a little bit easier on me. We have Slowpoke, who we already had, right? Ooh, I didn't think about the fact that... Okay, no, we didn't. It was Psyduck that I was thinking of. I didn't really think about the fact that once they're covered, I can't see them. We have the Spearow, so you are... I thought you were, like, kind of mid-dex, right? Or am I crazy? I'm not... Oh, wait, nope. That's far-fetched. I don't know how I got that one mixed up. Oh my god, it was super early dex. Wow. Okay. I'm bad at that. Then we have... Oh, there's my boy. There's the Bulba. And wouldn't you believe it? We have Wartortle for the 3rd time. Okay. Out of 4 of our duplicates, 2 of the duplicates are Wartortle. Oh, sorry, out of our 3 duplicates, somehow this Paris got in with our duplicates. I don't know how that happened, but we have a Paris. Where do you go, buddy? Right here. Then we have a Snorlax, which is earlier, maybe? Where is Snorlax in the dex? Okay, I'm starting to think we already got Snorlax. I'm not seeing him. I'm just gonna pull up this sheet on my phone. And yep, Snorlax was a duplicate. Then we have Rhydon. No, it's Nidoqueen. Wow, I thought it was Rhydon. It was still blurred on the camera. Right here. Then Zubat. We already have... Yes, we did. We already had Zubat. I can already spot this Ivysaur, who we've already done, so you're also going to go in the duplicate. We have my boy. We have the Jolteon. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy that I found the Hershey's Kiss of Jolteon. What have I done with my life? And the Flareon right after. What kind of luck is that? Evolutions are done. Okay. We have Pidgeotto, or... Yeah, it was Pidgeot. We have Alakazam. Okay, that's definitely one that we needed. So all we're missing from that line now is Abra, and we have Nidoqueen. Go, Nidoqueen! I think I called Nidoking Nidoqueen earlier, and now I'm tripped up. Okay, we are nearing the end of this bag. I'm just gonna, like, pour them out to make my life easier. And immediately, guess what I found? Another Wartortle. I also see a Slowpoke, which we've already done. I see 2 Arcanines side by side, so we can go ahead and just throw one of those down, and discard the other. I also spot a Snorlax, as we've already done. And now we can start moving on to things that I can't spot. So we have the Hunter, which was right, yeah, right over, wait. Oh, we already had Haunter. I was thinking we already had Ghastly. Yeah, so Haunter is also a duplicate. We have the Raichu. Of course, we still don't have our Pikachu yet. We have Eevee, all right, and there's the precursor to the evolutions done, so now that set's really complete. Then we have the Blastoise, which is right over here, and that is now our first starter evolution completed. We have Weedle, which I know we have not seen yet, so you can go right there. So our first of any of the Bug Evo lines, actually. Then we have Gengar. Okay, we just need Ghastly, and that line will be complete as well. We have Magikarp, obviously a bit of a fan favorite there. All right, the other downside to having a top camera is that, oh, nope, we've already done you. And Charmander, which we've done. That's what having the top camera. Again, that's what I used to always film my videos with. It overheats all the time, and sometimes it just stops recording, so I'm gonna take a lot of breaks during this long video. We have the Bellsprout. Wait, did we already do Bellsprout? Really? Okay, I completely forgot that we had Bellsprout. That had to have been earlier on. We have the Seal. I thought Seal was near end of Pokédex, but I am not spotting our Seal. Oh, it's hiding way back here. Okay, it's between two kisses, harder to spot. We have our Gengar, which of course we've already seen. We have Gyarados. Okay, Magikarp line complete. Oh, am I dumb? Oh, we already had Gyarados. I spent so long trying to find that. Next up is Charmander again, so another duplicate. Then Blastoise again, another duplicate. Eevee again, another duplicate. Squirtle, which, yeah, that line was actually the one that we completed. We have Pidgey right here, which we have not seen yet, so we have 2 of the 3 for the Pidgey line. We're just missing its middle form, the Pidgeotto. Then we have Pikachu, finally, really far off center, but we have him. So where is our Raichu at? Right here. Bam. Evolution line complete. Then Snorlax again. We have Pidgeot again. And Wartortle again. And that is the end of our first bag, with a total of 21 duplicates. Just enough that I can barely fit all of them in my hand. Okay, not quite. Then we rip into a bag that's supposed to have approximately 210 inside. It's gonna take me out a handful or two. Okay, just from the mess that I'm seeing, which I'm just not realizing, whenever I pour them out, they are just barely off camera for both angles. But I already see Pikachu, which we don't need, and I see Charizard, which we don't need. And I see Venusaur and Blastoise. Bunch of duplicates off the bat. We have a Lickitung, which I do believe is new. Yep, right here, more middle of decks. Then we have a Wartortle, which we've already seen. We have a Jolteon. Wow, that is like way off. Then Charmander, which we've already seen. We still need Charmeleon. We have the Electabuzz. Have we already done Electabuzz? We have. We've already done him. He is right here, so that is a dupe. However, my top camera has already shut off, so I guess it's break time. Actually, you know what? I'll give it time. I'll give it time to cool down. We'll keep moving, and then I'll get it turned back on, right? So there's our Charmander. Ghastly, which is our final one we did for the Ghastly line, so that one's done. Then we have our Gyarados, which is somewhere... Oh, no, we already did Gyarados. I'm stupid. We have Tauros, which is definitely a new one. Ah, he is right here above the evolutions. Then we have Charmander again. We have Magneton. I need to like fully shut off that camera. It's still on, it's just like not filming anymore. Bam, Magneton's way back there. We have the little rat. Oh, come on, little rat. I know we haven't seen you. Right? Is my memory that bad? Like, surely we haven't seen... Yeah, there he is. We're still missing Big Rat as well. Then we have Charmeleon. Yes, okay. 2 starter Evo lines done. We just need Ivysaur. Magneton again. We have Tentacruel. You're a little bit later. Yeah, right there. Still in the early half. We have Zubat, which I think we already did. Yeah, we already did. We have the Krabby. Krabby is right here. See, now that the top camera died, we're getting a bunch that go in the center. Pidgeot again. We have Ekans. Oh, immediate spot. That was fast. Right there. I'm getting faster at finding them. We have Staryu, with Starmie being one of my favorites of the Gen 1. Right here. Hey, and there's our boy, Ivysaur. That is all 3 of the starter lines completed. I'm wondering if they give you higher odds of getting the starters, though. That's my guess. We have the Eevee. We have Butterfree. You are new to us. The only one we have in its line so far. Then we have Seadra, which is right here. Then Jolteon again. We have Staryu again. We have Magikarp again. Grimer. Where is right here? We have Grimer again. Wow. Okay, fantastic. We have a Dragonair, my favorite Pokemon as a kid. And then I got disappointed when it evolved into Dragonite, and it became no longer my favorite Pokemon. We have the Magikarp again, Bulbasaur again, Ivysaur again, Eevee again. Yeah, we're getting to heavy duplicate territory now. Still though, no legendaries. All right, and our top camera is back on, so you can see our progress up there. That was after our first 2 handfuls out of our first big boy bag. I'd say we're nearing half completion, right? It kind of looks like about half. Let's do 2 more giant handfuls, and off the bat, I'm once again spotting more dupes. So I see 2 Charmanders here in this pile. We have an Eevee right here. We have a Seadra right here. We have a Wartortle, another Pidgeot. Am I dumb? Is one of these actually Pidgeotto? I won't lie, I have never been good at telling the difference between the two. The only difference is like Pidgeotto's hair isn't as long, right? Because these all look like Pidgeot with the longer hair. Like, maybe I'm dumb? Probably. I mean, I know I am, but... Ivysaur. Hey, there's a Dratini. You are right over here. So all we need is the Dragonite to complete that one. We have the Ditto, which you were earlier, right? Surely Ditto is either early or late. Surely it's not just middle of the pack. Oh, okay, I was late. It's late. It's not crazy late, but it's late. We have Lapras, which is actually just a little bit before our Ditto. We have Squirtle, which you've already seen. Charmeleon, Butterfree. Oh, good God. We have Ivysaur. Yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm using that old camera, and like, oh, why not just use your phone, right? Like, why, you know, it'd probably be like better quality. This camera is not bad if I tuned it properly. Hopefully it looks okay to you guys. But my phone would look way worse. There's our Rapidash. Yeah, my phone's camera is actually kind of busted. I tried to replace the glass over it, thinking that was the issue. It was not. It was not the issue. It can't focus properly. Like, that's just straight up all it is. Even like trying to manually focus, it just doesn't work. It's not able to properly focus on things. It can sometimes I can get it to work properly, but a lot of the times I have to use the wide angle lens or the telescopic lens to actually take photos. Come on, I know Scyther's around here somewhere. Where you at, buddy? There you are. We have the Seal, which we've already done. We do still need the Dugong. That's also gonna be a harder one to spot for me, telling the difference between the two. We have Sandslash, which, I'll say, I thought you were an earlier boy. Bam. We have our Seal again. We have Hitmonchan, which I think is our first of the 2. Which, you're a little bit later, aren't you, guy? Or am I wrong? Yeah, okay, a little bit later. More mid. Kind of makes sense. We have Ivysaur again. Charmeleon again. Bulbasaur again. Tauros again. Grimer, again. Charmander, again. Charmeleon, guess what? Again. Pikachu, good God. Hitmonchan. Cubone, okay, you're new. You're new. You're 100% new. Where are you at, buddy? Ah, there it is. Cubone in position. Electabuzz. I think we already did Electabuzz. Let me double check. Electabuzz is second paper, third row from the bottom, and yes, we've already done the Electabuzz. But we have not done you yet, buddy, so where are your little egg sons at? Bam, right here. We have Butterfree, which we've seen, Sandslash, which we've seen, Flareon, which we've seen. I wasn't even looking at the camera that time, I was looking up. We have the Grimer. Hey, okay, there's our Slowbro. Right here. Bam. Then we have the Oddish right over here. We have Eevee, Magneton, Clefairy, or Clefable. Where was your line at in the decks? Ah, right over here. Bam. Then Zubat, we have Charmeleon, The Graveler, okay. I don't think we've seen anything from that line, have we? That's kind of wild to think about. But yeah, we don't have Golem or Geodude yet. And Wartortle, and that's the next handful done. I'm gonna be snacking on Hershey's Kisses for the next 2 years. There, just scraped all the duplicates into that little bag. This big one is still like a good half full, though. I was starting to get worried that we were actually gonna be cutting it more close, but I mean, we're only like halfway through the first of the 2 massive bags. Like, no, we should be good. But God, if I'm not already tired of smelling chocolate 35 minutes in. Now, to be fair, I could have used my wife's phone for this, but she's at work, so. All right, looking for things I've already seen. So I see a Squirtle, a Charizard. Did we already see an Oddish? I'm pretty sure Oddish is a duplicate. Oh, God. Yes, Oddish is a dupe. Rapidash is a dupe. Charmeleon is a dupe. Grimer is a dupe. Flareon, Tentacruel... Blastoise, another Tentacruel, Gyarados, Raichu, Flareon, and these are just the ones that happen to be turned towards me as I pour them out. Rapidash. Okay, let's start actually going. So, Scyther, immediately dupe. Wartortle, dupe. Snorlax, dupe. Dratini is a dupe. Okay, I forgot we already had Dratini. Oddish is a dupe. Charizard is a dupe. Rhyhorn. Ah, right there. Bam. We have another Rhyhorn. We actually have one of my favorites there, the Starmie, which I immediately threw. God, that one is like beat up, by the way. That Starmie one, like, it is like falling apart at the seams. So yeah, that's one thing, like, I am considering trying to figure out how to preserve the 151 that we get here. But I might want to go through and like replace some of the beat up ones if I can. We have Zubat, which we've already done. Gengar, Ditto. We have Golem here, and that should be right up top there. Bam. We have, yep, another starter. Pidgeotto. Rattata. Yep, we've already had you. We're still looking for Big Rat. We already had you. Already had you. We just had your father. Already had you. Krabby or Kingler? That's Krabby. So, already had. Oh, Kabutops! You are right here at the bottom of this page. I keep staring at you, buddy. We have Oddish. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Butterfree. We did have Butterfree. Okay, Hitmonlee. I know we haven't had that one. Pikachu. Ekans. Okay, I think we had Arbok, but we didn't have Ekans, if I remember correctly. Where would little Ekans be? Okay, I'm not seeing it, so I'm guessing we already got it. I'm gonna check. Nope, we already did get Ekans. Graveler, which we already got. Yeah, we did. Cubone, which I'm 99.9% certain we already did, but it's not 100%, so I had to check. We have Wartortle, Scyther, Bulba, Charmander, Oddish, Graveler, Tree, Executor, Clefable again, Graveler again, Grimer again, Venusaur again, Tangela. Where is the Tangela? I know we don't have you. God, the number of duplicates we're getting is making me like actually get concerned again. There is our Tangela. Charmeleon, Rat, Ghastly. Yep, we already completed that whole line. Eevee, Kabutops. Man, just so many dupes here. I mean, that's just kind of gonna be what happens, right? As we complete this, we're gonna find less of what we— oh my god, there's Dugong. Okay, I don't know why I thought it would be harder for me to spot the difference between Dugong and Seal. They're actually a lot more dramatic than Pidgeotto and Pidgeot. Zubat, Bulba. Oh, is that a Jinx? That's a Jinx right there. I don't think we've had you. Jinx was a bit later, right? Yeah, it's right here. Bam. We have the Lapras. We have... okay, we have Nidoran, so that's going to be right over here. One more to complete your line, 2 more to complete the other. Bam. God, I'm starting to wonder if some of these Pidgeots we're seeing are actually Pidgeotos. We have Butterfree, we have Staryu, Dragonair, Egg, Seal, God, Ivysaur, Cubone, another Charmeleon, another Bulba, another Ivysaur, Another Clefable. His handful's almost done. We have the Flareon, we have the Pikachu, and we have the Primeape. Okay, I think we ended up with something that we actually needed. Where are you at? Right over here. Man, we're almost through this bag. Alright, let's empty out the rest of the bag here. And off the bat, spotting a bunch of duplicates, but I did spot a Jigglypuff, which I know that we needed, so that is right over here. We still need the Wigglytuff. Seal's a dupe. Okay, I spotted the Metapod as well. That's a huge one. I see an Electabuzz, which we've already done. There's our Clefairy. Okay, we're doing a bit better towards the end of the bag. We have a Lapras, Squirtle, Cubone, Charmander, Grimer, Jigglypuff, Gengar, Venusaur, Charizard, Bulbasaur, Jigglypuff, Rapidash. Did we have Rapidash? We did. We're still missing Ponyta, though. Snorlax and Rapidash. We have... Ooh, okay, Poliwag. Where are... Right here. Bam, another quick one. Magneton... The Magneton again. Charmander, Rapidash, Flareon, Charmander, Charmeleon, Graveler. We already had Graveler. Zubat. Butterfree? Yeah, we already had Butterfree. Dragonair, Ivysaur, Zubat. Man, we're not looking so good to actually do all 151. I figured surely 400 something chances. Like, we do pretty good. Okay, so we are over halfway, but not as over as I would hope. I just did like a very quick count, and I counted 84, which means that we're missing 67. Which means out of our second bag of 210, we gotta find those other 67. But I believe it is time to go make some soup. Okay, now no judging the condition of my oven. This is an old crappy apartment. But it's soup time. It's actually been a very long time since I've made just like basic Campbell's soup. Man, doesn't that look delicious. And 1 can of water. I am unironically very hungry right now, so I'm happy for this. Isn't this the content you guys always wanted out of me? Cooking videos. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta review the actual product here. Oh man, isn't that super familiar? Yep, that's the same fake chocolate taste I've known for years. I consider adding salt if this thing wasn't already almost 500 milligrams of sodium. Yeah, you just have like shapes that are supposed to look like Pokemon. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. What's our next? Okay, I kind of hooked it. Oh, that looks kind of like a Bulba, maybe. That looks like it could be a Bulba. That's that, like, same weird one again that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about, like, 90% of these. Okay, that's supposed to be a Squirtle, isn't it? That's supposed to be a Squirtle. Looks more like Iron Man. Oh, okay, and that's Charmander right there. So is it just starters? No, there's a little Metapod with some chicken. That's an eye of some kind. Goodbye. Yeah, there's, I guess, mostly just starters. There's, like, a stick-looking thing. And I think that's just a cowboy hat. Yeah, I haven't had just, like, Campbell's chicken noodle in years, since I was probably like a child. Our sick soup in this house is just ramen. Yeah, I don't know what that eye thing is supposed to be. Like, I really just don't know. Just like an unknown, maybe? Alright, I'm starting to think we can call that one done. God, this feels like old YouTube with like cooking tutorials with this like terrible lighting and like poor framing going on here. What do you know? It's soup. Yep. Those are some cheap, slightly overcooked noodles. I want to eat a Bulba. Where'd my Bulba? There he is. There's my Bulba. You know, this might be shocking to all of you, but it tastes like Campbell's condensed chicken noodle soup. Weird. Anyways, this weird cooking segment was brought to you by viewers like you. If you want to become a channel member, check out the join button down below. It's only $3 a month. And you get access to some exclusive videos every week and help support the channel. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this soup. Then while I'm doing that, I'll look at the actual odds of us getting all of the 151. So I did go ahead and do the math. Well, rather, I asked an AI to do the math for me, but if it is correct, out of 151, we would need 845, assuming that each of these have equal odds for us to get what we need. But here we have just under 500. But our third bag, or second big bag, is now open. And good God, I'm spotting so many duplicates already. We have the Gengar... not Gengar. Well, here's the Gengar. Oh, just 2 Gengar. I'm dumb. 2 Ivysaur right here. Flareon, Charizard, Graveler. Hey, we have the victory bell. We needed you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right up here. Not bad. Charmeleon. We have the Poliwag and Raichu. Squirtle. I'm gonna start holding on to all of the ones that look like Pidgeotto or Pidgeot. We have... I'm going crazy at this point, thinking that surely you've already seen Pidgeotto. God, man. Yeah, I don't think we're beating this challenge. I'm starting to think a lot of these are a lot more rare than others. Rhydon, we've already seen you, right? Pretty sure? Yeah, we've already seen the Rhydon. Ekans, Charmander, Egg, Dratini, Lickitung, Poliwag, you, maybe? I think we already had the Primate, but I'm gonna double check. Yep, already had the Primate. We're still missing Mankey, though. Had both of those. Had both of those. Wait, did we have Golem? We'll double check. You and you. Golem, yes, we did. Okay, well, first handful was a complete dud. We had one in there. I'm very much thinking that, these two bags gonna come from the same batch. Sea King, we've already done. We've already seen you. Already seen you. 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 Good God. Boys, I think there might have to be a part 2 to this. And that's only if I feel like I should spend more money on more Hershey's Kisses. Like, it's not like these were crazy expensive, right? It's just, you know, I didn't pay scalpers for these. We just kind of got lucky and found them. But I was hoping not to have to buy more. I figured 400, because, you know, I guess I'm bad at assuming probabilities here. It's just all duplicates, man. It's just all duplicates. I'm thinking these came from, like, the same batch, and that they probably print half the Pokédex at a time, and that the variation that we saw, where we have over half, is because we did that other little bag, too. I am dumping out so many handfuls, and just from the ones that are upturned, I'm still not seeing any new ones. Alright. Graveler, Charmeleon, Jinx. Did we already have Metapod? We already had Metapod. This is just disappointing. Like, I figured it might be a little close, but man, like, the fact that all we're getting is duplicates, that has to be how they do these, is that they have, like, you know, they do, like, one half at a time. It's like one machine is doing one half, another machine is doing another, and we just happen to get two bags from the same machine. That's my only guess, because, like, we are seeing the same things over and over and over and over. Like, oh my God. Yep. Sure. This is just the most fun video I've ever done. I did say, off the bat, this is probably the stupidest video I've ever done on the channel, and it's made it even more stupid by the fact that we didn't even complete the challenge, and we only made it like halfway, because we are looking at the exact same things over and over. I don't think we're going to get a single one. I'm starting to think that not a single new one is going to come out of this bag. Like, I think it's going to be straight up just duplicates. It's going to also explain why we're not seeing Pidgeotto. Because Pidgeotto might be in the other print run, which is why I was going insane thinking, you know, which one's Pidgeot, which one's Pidgeotto. Like, I'm pretty sure the ones that we had are Pidgeot. That's that whole handful done. We are almost done with this bag already. Alright, we're down to the last pile. And all these ones in my hands are dupes. We'll go back to doing two at a time. Dupes. 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 Oh, I started to think it wasn't, but nope, those are dupes. 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 Wait, maybe? Did we already have Gengarland done? Yeah, we did. I couldn't remember if we already had Ghastly. I'm starting to go insane. Dupes. Dupes, 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 dupes. We're almost out. We're almost out. Can we get one more? Can we get one more? Dupes. Dupes, and there's one left. And it is... Slowbro. Well, that is a little disappointing. Like, look at those pages, man. Look at all of the ones that we are still missing. Like, we barely have over the halfway mark. So, I guess I'm gonna get back to trying to see if I can't find some more of these in the wild. In the meantime, in the Discord, I'll start a poll and see if you guys think it's worth the time to do a follow-up video on this. Think of it like this. If I do a second video on this, it's replacing where I would be doing one of my other more normal videos. So, think of that when you, answer the poll. Basically, another one of these or an ETB. If I can ever get my hands on ETBs. Oh yeah, I meant to mention at the beginning of the video, but I'm not doing a green screen man in this video, so I just kind of don't feel like it. We got kitchen break instead of green screen man reading the ad. Well, I guess it's time for the bonus card of the day. Explanations will be right down there in the bottom left. Oh my god, I just tried to move them and I just spilled a bunch off the desk. No, don't give, no, stop falling. I'm trying to clear a little bit of space. Oh god. Anyways, pulling from the back as always, playing Guess the Year. We have a plain black sleeve right here. I think it's the exact sleeves that I used to use back in the day. Flip it around, no price or anything, and condition looks fine. There's a little dot down there, nothing crazy. Okay, as far as Guess the Year, 2023, it looks very modern. 2024, we have Matang with the Temporal Forces stamp. That just means that it came from a building battle box. You know, you get one of the 4 promos, but I love my stamped cards, and this is the one I didn't have, and that's another one for the stamped card collection, which I am considering moving over to one of the black and white binders that we got recently. But hey, cool. There's another stamp that we needed. Okay, things here got real messy. What one are you? You're Primate. So yeah, you go there. God, things got really shuffled in here from that pile. That's a Taurus. We have Dragonair. There we go. There's our Kadabra. Flareon. I thought we had Alakazam. We do. He's right. Wait, is that Kadabra again? Oh. We don't have an Alakazam. I thought we had Alakazam. Am I crazy? I might have mixed up a Kadabra and an Alakazam somehow. I swear we had 2 Spoonman, though. Like, I swear. Like, that is a Kadabra right here, yeah. I'm sitting here going through a bunch of them again. Hey, I found one! Okay, there is an Alakazam. I was going back through all of the bags. I went through the first 2 that we did and didn't find one. Kind of quickly going through them, but hey, I found him. I knew we had one somewhere. God, the chocolate. Ugh, need to go wash my hands. So, like I said, it's not gonna be any green screen, man. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. A massive shout out to my YouTube channel members: Pokeholder J, Obsidian, Smokey of the Sun, Andrew B, Bod, Reed, Katie Huff 21, Lana C, Kiss of Ember, Air, Generous Pokemon, Lycan, Carr, Ava, Anthony, Reese, Billy Wilma, Obsidian Panther, Ineffable, Lime Kiwi, Andre Mosquita, Grossi Blackwell, Aquamarina 369, Cold Drip Gaming, Crispy Demon Duck, which I think I swapped the duck and demon last time I read this off. I'm dyslexic, and I just happened to read it completely wrong. Spiral of Vertigo, Wanda Bread, Shadowfan115, Thomas Mancini Brewster, and Goaty. A massive thanks to all of you for your continued support. If you guys want to check out some more content, I'm going to have a random video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy over here. On this side is going to be a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos, if you feel like binging, updated sometimes. And over here is the link to the community Discord, if you feel like joining in, and of course, voting on this. I'll probably have the vote go live like an hour or 2 after this video goes up. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I will see all of you next time. Goodbye for now. Maybe I should have done the bonus card of the day with this camera. I think that would have been funnier. Can it even focus good on it? I think it's like dead set on the background now. Or it can focus on it for so long. Oh wait, no, okay, it picked it up.